Hello everyone, Ken and Loa here, back with more Path of Exile, and I'm actually solo this time, but I have found the first Conqueror of the Atlas that I am able to fight. So it kind of looks like you have to do this lower left-hand corner first, because when I did the other corners of what I did, it never gave me any of the other Conqueror encounters for even them taunting you. So you might need to do this corner first, and pretty much you just have to spam the maps in this side in order to find him 3 times. And
glad you made it
with
back.
that, we can go to the Baron's
Good luck with your maps.
Citadel, which is right there. Alright, I was just finishing the map that I had open.
Learn anything
So
new?
let's go into the Baron's Citadel, which is apparently in the courtyard map. For me anyway. I'm not sure if it changes or what. And I will say that the influence that this one has on the map does make the map quite a bit harder, so because it seems like there is a chance of enemies spawning, and the one that does kind of like the divine ire laser beam attack does quite a bit of damage to me for some reason. Maybe it secretly does chaos damage for some reason. It's probably mostly lightning though. You never know with patterns.
My spirit is spent.
So far, besides the influence, there isn't really anything super outstanding about this map. Yeah, so I am kind of curious to see how rare the influenced items are, because supposedly each of the Conqueror has influence on items similar to Sheeper and Elder. So far I haven't seen any from the few maps that I've done, so with this Conqueror in them, maybe you have to do higher tier ones in order to have a better drop rate? I don't know. And there's even an abyss. Nice. Trying to go a little bit quicker. Okay, so there is a few enemies in the boss room. And this map does not have any mods. Okay, so this is kind of reminds me of the old way of how the Elder bosses used to work, what they were in their individual instance. Okay. Whew. Now it's time for the Crusader Sanctum. Well, let's see how insane they made the super bosses. At least he doesn't have any mods.
Shadow can never overtake light, demon.
Face your destiny! Die and be forgiven!
I don't like your chest.
Righteousness prevail!
No minion of sin could be this powerful. What are you?
Okay, so that unlocked the Watchstone. Okay. And we did get a few influenced items, so let's check that out. Doesn't really look like there's anything special about it. Unless the physical damage conversion is special. Physical damage, again, I don't see anything really special about that foil. And it doesn't really look like it has any special prefixes or suffixes, so I'm really confused on what the influence is supposed to do. Because these items don't really look like they're anything special, to be honest. The memories and emotions of the countless victims of the Elder, locked in stone for eternity. So, basically now that we have a Watchstone, I see. So, you can only put it in the area and it raises the tier of the map. Okay. Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, so this is kind of like a stash right here. So if for some, let's just say if you create a new character or something along those lines that you just don't want to do higher tier maps anymore, this is where you stash them along the side, so it no longer buffs areas. So I could technically raise the level of anything on here that I have unlocked. Honestly, I think it's a pretty cool system. I'm recording this the same day that I made the review on Metamorph League and the Conquerors of the Atlas, and it looks like a cool system. The only problem is that it just takes so long to get here. So my major piece of advice for anyone struggling with this, like I was, buy maps from, as soon as you get Xena, buy maps from Xena to get as many as many in this area as you can, or at least fill out the atlas more so you have a higher chance of getting these when you're doing the lower tier maps. Because I had to do 40 maps before I was able to do this. And like I said, from the look of it, you can't even fight the other Conquerors until you finish that first one. So that's my advice on that. But without further ado, we have one abyss to do, just to have a little bit more carnage in the video. Let's do it. And it gives me an abyssal depth, so okay. I kinda knew that was gonna happen. And those like Stormblast mines from those enemies, those hit pretty hard. And so does the beam thing. So that is my first ever experience fighting one of the Conquerors, and honestly, I mean, it might be because this area is only level 71 and I'm level 84 now, but he didn't really seem too hard. But I mean, at the same time, using Cyclone with claws, you get so much health gain on hit back that it's kind of hard to say. Like, my character's, as long as I don't need to worry about mana, my character's pretty much invincible, as long as I don't get one-shotted. So, yeah, so it's kind of hard to say how difficult he was, but I'm sure that once I upgrade the Atlas to being higher tiers, yeah, it's going to be a lot more difficult, for sure. And that's why I need better gear at this point. So, with that, thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day.